Hello, today we are looking at restoring power and authority to leadership. Restoring power and authority to leadership. That's what many people do not do. Yeah, they are chosen as leaders, they are voted as leaders, or they are appointed as leaders. But the power and the authority that have been given, they don't restore it into leadership. Yeah, they start messing around. Remember, when you're chosen as a leader, wherever you're chosen as a leader, there is laws, there is policies that govern that particular instance of people or particular leadership. Maybe it's a company, it's being a national or state leader, or it is being a church leader or a Muslim leader, whatever form of leadership that you have given. It's your responsibility as the one who have chosen into leadership to restore power and authority, which many people have not done. And remember, when you compromise your leadership, when you compromise your leadership by being lascivious, by being corrupt, by being unfaithful, it is impossible to restore power and authority. You see, people you are leading, people that are following, they need to be controlled. They need to be controlled. They need to be placed in a place they're supposed to be. So when you are becoming a leader and then you don't restore the power and authority of your leadership, it will be hard for you to control some things. It will be hard for so power and authority restoration begins with the person who's in leader. Let me give example for in Kenya. In Kenya, we had a person who was called Muchuki. Muchuki, he came with laws or about transport when he was in the transport sector. When he became also in the environment sector, he became with the laws. And he was able to achieve very much because he restored power and authority in that sector that he was given. And things were aligned. But when he died or he left he came out from transport sector and the environment sector, everything spoiled. Because those who came in power, they don't restore power and authority in their leadership. They don't. They're just there lazy. They're just there lascivious. So when you become lascivious, you become lazy. You become corrupt. It is hard for you to restore power and authority. It's hard for you to control people. You can't control people because you yourself, you don't have that power and authority because you have compromised. So every leader must return to the place of personal sacrifice and restore the standards of daily self-denial. So if you are a leader, to restore your power and authority, first things you must return to the place of your personal sacrifice. You must sacrifice for these people you are leading. You must sacrifice for your followers. You must sacrifice for your country. You must sacrifice for the church that you're leading. You must sacrifice for the mosque that you are leading. You must sacrifice for the temple that you are leading, synagogue that you are leading. You must sacrifice to the place of giving as a leaders. You must sacrifice. And then you have to restore the standards of your daily self-denial. You have to restore the standard. First, you have to deny yourself. When you deny yourself, then you are able to restore the standards of which the people you are leading, they have to live to. They have to be. Whatever is done, they have to be done in the correct way. That is very, very important. So when your followers see their leaders putting themselves on or subjecting themselves on the policies that are laid there, subjecting themselves on the laws that are laid there, then they will be connected to do the same as the leader is doing. If you become a corrupt leader, your people who follow you will be corrupt. If you become strict, also the people that follow you, they'll be very strict. Yeah. If you come calm, they'll be calm. If you are a leader who loves development, your people will also love development. Whatever you are doing, that's what people will copy from you. That's why you need totally to sacrifice yourself as a leader for the people you're leading and have a self-denial. Don't be self-centered, but have self-denial to be able to do what's right. And that will help your people that you're leading to do the same thing that you're doing. And this one, it results into unstoppable, unstoppable against the vices, against the things that corrupt, and nothing can prevail against those people. And this makes a country that does that, it develops very fast. Or a church that does that, it develops very fast. Or a mosque that does that, will develop very much. People will be united. People, they will have the same one love. People, they see each other as brothers and sisters. And whatever voice they raise, they work toward the goals they have, toward the vision they have. And this brings fast development upon each and every areas of those people. So remember, as a leader, you need to restore power and authority into your leadership. Yeah? Don't be corrupt. Yeah. Don't compromise. Just restore power and authority. That's why God has given us power and authority to lead. Yeah. You are always on the front line. You sacrifice yourself first. That's why you're seeing in the earlier time when the kings were going to fight. The kings and their sons, they were always on the front. They were always in the battle. They were the first one to enter the battle. And no king or son nobody was chosen as a king or son if he didn't have strength, if he cannot die himself and fight for the sake of the nations. Yeah. So that's why you are saying that as a leader, you must be self-denial, you must sacrifice yourself, so that your followers may do the same things that you are doing. They may be able to prevail against any vices, against any faults, and able to stand with you. So great commission or great achievement is never qualified with only if funds were plentiful and no hardship or self-denial involved. So to achieve greatness or to achieve whatever you want to do, or the commission you want to do, or the goals or objective or the vision that one has as a leader, is not only about money or funding. Yeah, we have seen mostly leaders, whenever they enter leaders or there's somewhere they enter into leaders, they start borrowing money, they start funding things. There's a way you can work out that one. It's not a must you go and borrow trillions of money. It's not a must you go and seek borrowing from banks and other things. Yeah, we can have a simple way to work. I was looking at the time when I was young as President Moi. When Moi had a problem, the nation had a problem. He will seek funding from the followers, from his people, and letting everyone give something small to the government. That's why you are seeing chiefs running here, catching hands, catching whatever to sell and give the money to the government when you did not have cash money. So there's a way for the government to be able to achieve its development faster and not to borrow money. It needs to seek his solution from his people, the people, to seek advice and solution from his people. For example, as the people in a certain government, if government seeks advice from us, each and every person can give something, can give a tax to the government to be able to fund its projects instead of going and borrowing outside. For example, if a government has a way that it can tax each and every individual for the income they receive, a small fees like 5% or 2% from each and every individual, every money we receive in our mobile phones, or every money we receive in our bank accounts, 2% or 5% goes to the government as an investment or as a tax. Then the government will have enough money not to borrow money from outside. Yeah. That's how governments works. And this enables to do the achievement development to go faster rather than putting a lot of taxes. Taxing a lot than the tax that God requires people to tax. Taxing a lot. And then at the end of the day, you receive very little that cannot sustain the government. What about if we become a cashless nation? We become a cashless nation. Then every money we receive in our phones, in our bank's account, 2% is taken to support the government. The government will have enough money that will not borrow. So that's what I'm saying. If you are in a leadership position and you put your powers and authority into leadership, then it will enable you to be able to help the people whom you are leading to do the same, because you have talked to them, you have involved them in your leadership style. Thank you so much. God bless you.